Welcome to another edition of the CEO's blog. John, thanks for joining us here today on Trots TV. Big weekend up at Tamworth. There was a big announcement regarding the new Paceway, as well as the New South Wales Mini Trot Championships.
Yes, Amanda, certainly a big weekend in Tamworth, and I must congratulate Terry Judd and Daryl Jackson and all their helpers, and they have so many people that volunteer with those Mini Trot Championships. A great event held at the right place to Tamworth, and that was part of the announcement that the State Mini Trot Championships will be held at Tamworth going forward. So I've received reports back from our people up there in Tamworth, and they said the whole ground at the end of the carnival was cleaned up better than any other person that's ever used it. So congratulations all round with the Mini Trots. And particular congratulations to all those children that competed. Yes, to the winners, they received the accolades, but to everyone that competed, well done.
And I hear that the New South Wales State Championships will remain in Tamworth going forward?
Yes, they will. We want to put some horse activities there because Tamworth, of course, is the horse capital of Australia, and the Mini Trots are a perfect fit. Our rehoming with the SPPHA works very well there with their state championships as well. So yeah, the focus will be horse-wise at Tamworth Paceway.
Yeah, and I saw there was plenty of media interest as well over the weekend at Tamworth.
Yeah, it was very encouraging that the local media really got behind the announcement made by Chris Edwards that the showground would become the Paceway, but there are a lot more things that went with that, and it was about Harness Racing New South Wales, the harness racing fraternity in the region, working with the local community, and that went very well. The Mayor, Col Murray, of course, a former board member of Harness Racing New South Wales, was in attendance. The former owners, the Show Society, they were there as well. It was a real feel-good occasion at Tamworth on Saturday.
All right. It was a feel-good occasion at the Penrith Carnival of Cups on Thursday night, and we've got more Carnival of Cups meetings coming up in the next week. We've got Bankstown this Friday, West Wyalong, and we've also got Coolamon coming up next Tuesday.
Yes, well, Tiger Tara, he certainly did the deed. He smashed Smolder's track record at Penrith. He'll line up again on Friday evening in the Bankstown Cup. So that's he's a horse really firing along, and then we'll see him the following week in the Bulleye Cup, where probably Lenny the Shark, the Miracle Mile winner, will be lining up as well. So certainly in that upper grade, there's some great racing. But yes, we move on to West Wyalong and then Coolamon.
Yes, in West Wyalong, they had a non-tab meeting over the long weekend, and it was rescheduled to Monday due to an ambulance not being booked.
Yes, just a little bit of faux pas there, communication, confusion, I suppose, the way it is. But out of the wreck, we were able to put that meeting on Monday, so there were nobody other than those who got to the track, and that was most of them, were at a loss. But still, we had the opportunity. It was the easy decision was not to run that meeting at all, but between the club and Harness Racing New South Wales, we did plenty to make sure the opportunities were there. And of course, we'll back up again next Sunday, where there will be an ambulance on course. I've assured that myself, so it'll be a great meeting. Ray and Rodney out there at West Wyalong, they've been doing a tremendous job all year. They've brought their track right up to minimum standards, working overtime. Their long-term goal, of course, is to get more meetings at West Wyalong. So it's sometimes a hard task, but anyway, they're trying hard, and if you try hard, possibly you'll be rewarded into the future.
Well, that's certainly the issue with no ambulance caused a lot of brought a lot of attention to social media. So could you just explain a little bit how that sort of aspect of a race meeting works with clubs?
Well, the clubs are still responsible to make sure all the vital contractors are there on course. It be the farrier or the ambulance or the photo finish operator or the clerks of the course. They must be on course. So that's the club's responsibility. Harness Racing New South Wales does its bit with making sure stewards and the others are there, but that's the club's responsibility. So that goes forward. But on the social media aspect, there were a couple of extremely offensive posts made. Now the worst, of course, if anyone's seen it, I won't repeat it. that the person who posted that has apologised to me personally. They were given the wrong information and they've retracted that. But it serves nobody any good or any use to comment when they don't have the facts. So yes, the harness race in New South Wales, the rules cover certain licensees, and we can be rather draconian in that respect. But free speech is welcome, but free speech must be factual, and it must also take into account that there are a lot of people reading that, so there's no need to be offensive about anything too much at all.
All right, well, thank you. Have you got anything else for us this week, John?
Coolaman.
Coolaman?
We can't miss Coolaman next week. Helen and Ray Turner and their committee of 4 have been working extremely hard to bring Coolaman up to scratch. They've had a terrible run in the last few years with the weather, but hopefully next week, Anzac Day, everything will be spot on for Coolaman, and I encourage everybody in the southwest, make it to West Wyalong on Sunday, back up at Coolaman on Anzac Day, and it'll be great racing across the board in New South Wales.
Yeah, good weekend coming up. All right, thanks for your time, John.
Thank you, Amanda.